What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. So for our first review of this year, we're going to be doing it on Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. For those of you that don't know, we just beat the game last week. We did like a 7-part stream on the game. It took me 27 hours to beat it, but that's mainly because I did a lot of the side content, a lot of the side missions and collectibles, so that's why it took me a while. But it actually isn't really that long. It's like at least between 20 to like 15 hours to beat, so you could beat it quicker than me if you haven't played it before. But in this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking to you about what the game is about. Then I'm going to give you guys my likes and my dislikes, and then we're going to have a final verdict along with the rating of what I think about the game as a whole. So hopefully you guys do enjoy the video, and if you do, please give the video a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get started. So first things first, what is the game about? Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is an action adventure game where you step into the boots of the iconic archaeologist Indiana Jones. This time, Indy is up against Emmerich Voss, who is also an archaeologist and a Nazi who is trying to harness the power of the Great Circle. The Great Circle refers to ancient, culturally significant sites around the world that form a perfect circle when mapped. Your goal in this game is to collect key artifacts, which are keys to unlock the Great Circle, and stop Voss from unlocking and obtaining its secrets, while solving puzzles and taking on Nazis along the way. You will be going to different caves and different tombs around the world in order to find these keys too, so you're going to be going to like quite a few different areas. Now that you know what the game is about, let's get started on the things that I actually liked about the game. And the first thing would be voice acting. The voice acting in the game is solid all around. The actors bring their characters to life, and you can feel the emotion behind their performances. You can even see the emotion on their faces. There isn't really anybody who I felt like did a bad job when it came to the voice acting at all, whether it be any Indiana or just the antagonist, or even the side characters did a good job as well. So honestly, I really enjoyed that about the game as a whole.
That's Emmerich Voss, German archaeologist, leader of the Führer's Occult Research Program.
And you know that how?
The Lord revealeth his secret unto his servants.
Is that so? Dr. Indiana Jones, Professor Archaeology Department, Marshall College, Bedford, Connecticut.
Yeah? And you ain't no nun, sweetheart.
You know nothing about me.
Well, I might not be a priest, but I'm pretty certain stealing is a straight no-hitter with the 10 Commandments. Not entirely certain what the rules are for a reporter.
How do you...
You were taking notes in shorthand.
I'm an investigative journalist, and right now I'm looking into the disappearance of someone very dear to me. She was abducted more than 6 months ago. And I believe your friend Emmerich Voss is responsible.
That's Dr. Laura Lombardi.
Do you know her?
She's one of the world's leading experts in ancient languages.
Yes, and most importantly, she's my sister. My name is Ginetta Lombardi. What's your business here?
So the next thing we have on our list is story. The plot can be interesting throughout the whole game. It does a great job of blending action, mystery, and exploration. The cutscenes are engaging, and I never felt the story missions to be boring. My only question is, how did the character Lucas manage to track Indy across the globe all by himself? I mean, the guy literally kept showing up damn near everywhere where Indy was with no explanation whatsoever, and that like confused me throughout the whole game. But other than that, like I said, I enjoyed the story. As far as the graphics go, the game looked great on PC. I started on high settings and bumped it up to ultra later on with very little stuttering or frame drops. The environment and character models look solid, especially considering the scale of the game. I didn't really have any issues at all with the graphics whatsoever. I probably could have played on a step further, which is like very ultra, but I just didn't want to stress out my PC and try to keep playing on the best graphics while streaming. So we just kept it at ultra and left it at that, and honestly the game looked pretty great. The fact that collectibles in this game actually matter is something that I like. The game encourages you to collect various items like books, ancient relics, medicine bottles, and take photos. Also, you can get field notes throughout the entirety of the map as well. They all serve a purpose. The books, you can use those for perks. Each book is basically a perk that you can unlock for Indy. Maybe you can give him more health, more stamina, hit harder with his actual bare hands, or hit harder with one-handed melee or two-handed melee weapons, stuff like that. The relics that you collect are all keys for a giant door that you can unlock at the end of the game. I didn't know that till like the final mission when I found that door. And I'm like, oh, this is what these relics are for? I wish they had told me that earlier, but I found out towards the end. That's crazy. So you mean to tell me this whole time this is what these were for? I don't even got all of them. Yeah, I only had like 18, I think. I did not get all of these at all. I didn't even think they mattered. So they unlock a secret vault at the end. Interesting. The medicine bottles that you get throughout the game are also used to buy the books, and with those medicine bottles, that's where you go to that vendor to buy either a book for more health or a book for more stamina. And then the field notes that you get, they give you points to use towards the books, because for the books you have to use points in order to get those perks in those books. You get the field notes, they give you some points for that, and field notes also help you out with solving certain puzzles. And then you have lastly the pictures, which also give you a big chunk of points that serve towards unlocking the perks as well. So the collectibles give an actual purpose, and I actually, like I said, I really like that about the game. Another thing is the collectibles in this game are actually called discoveries, and you don't actually have to go out and find them on the map all by yourself. You can either find a guide or buy a guide from a vendor, because they have vendors that sell guides for collectibles. And when you buy a guide and hover over that discovery, it will show you where that certain collectible is everywhere on the map. So you can go throughout the whole map and just pick up each one wherever they are, and it actually saves a lot of time. So I really enjoy that feature a lot. So Indy can only wear up to 3 outfits per map, and the outfits give you access to different areas. For example, the soldier outfit allows you to enter in heavily guarded areas without suspicion, where if you didn't have that outfit, you would have to sneak through that area. Once you have the outfit, you can just walk right in there and nobody will pay you no mind besides the commanders. The commanders are the only people that can actually see through your disguise, and you normally see who they are by the type of hat that they wear. But other than that, the outfits, they allow you to approach situations with a bit of strategy of whether, okay, if you don't have the outfit, all right, well, now I gotta sneak past, I gotta take guards out, and I gotta make sure not to get spotted or else everyone's gonna shoot at me. And then you find the outfit, oh, I don't even gotta do that no more. I just walk right in here, make sure the commanders don't see me, I get what I want, I get in, I get out with no problem at all. So I really like that the different outfits that you wear in this game allow you to go to different areas without you having to worry about getting spotted for the most part. Now, if you wear Indy's like straight normal outfit, the guards will spot you no matter where you go. So that's why it's also good to have an outfit on all the time, because if they see you in that normal Indiana Jones gear, yeah, they're gonna come after you immediately. Now, the audio and music design of the game sounded pretty good to me. Everything sounded fine, nothing sounded distorted, nothing sounded like it was mad far when you're up close or vice versa. Everything sounded fine, from the echo of voices in caves to hearing Indiana's footsteps to the dramatic music during boss fights. I just feel like everything blends well together to enhance the atmosphere of wherever you may be during that part of the game.
Constructed a secret chamber underneath the Vatican to contain and keep the most holy of objects from the eyes of the world.
It's not a restricted area. Oh damn, you can actually hear the water.
Better stay away from here.
It's actually cool that you can hear the water in the pipes. Whoa, oh.
Come on, big guy.
Oh, so he tries to grab. Okay. Even though there isn't a lot of bosses in the game, I do appreciate them for putting boss fights in the game in general, because it changes up the combat a little bit and it makes you think of how you're going to approach this person or how you're going to beat this person versus all the other enemies that you've been fighting throughout the game that don't even matter, because you tend to fight them the same way. But once you come across this boss, oh, now you gotta fight this boss differently. Now you gotta dodge because he has a grab move that could do damage to you, or you have to be quiet because he only can really hear you, he can't see you. So it's like different ways you approach these bosses and fight these bosses, and I actually like that, so I'm glad they put it in the game. I appreciate the choice between stealth and combat in most situations in this game. Enemies even react dynamically, opting for fistfights if you're unarmed, but resorting to guns if you pull yours out. But be mindful that if you alert a big, heavily guarded area that like most of the guards have guns, then half of those guards will fight you, the other half will just shoot you, but then now also make the other guards want to shoot you when they hear gunfire going off. So be mindful of that. But smaller camps, even if they have guns, they'll just still fight you anyway. And then there's also a lot of guards that are just straight muscles, and you can tell they're just straight muscle, and they'll just fight you because they don't have any guns. But I do like that fact that not like guards, if you punch them, they will not bring out their gun and shoot you dead in your face. They'll just bring out their fist and put their gun away and try to fight you with hand-to-hand combat. So that is something that I really enjoyed about this game. Another thing too, just because I feel like I have to clear this up, unarmed meaning you don't have a gun, period. If you have like say a sledgehammer or a shovel, they'll still opt to do hand-to-hand combat. But as long as you don't pull your gun out, like I said before, then they won't bother to shoot you. The variety of weapons is impressive. You can wield everything from shovels and hammers to brushes and poles to guns, and even the butt of the gun. If you don't want to go guns blazing, you want to remain stealthy, you can turn the gun around and just hit them with the butt of the gun. So that's a nice feature as well. But there is always something at hand to take down enemies, and that's I really enjoyed about the game. There's always a weapon somewhere that you can grab to take down enemies, and when you sneak up behind them, you can just do a one-hit takedown and then keep it moving. Just make sure when you do a stealth takedown, the other guards aren't too close by, because guards can hear when someone is being hit, when a body drops, when something breaks. They can hear that kind of stuff, and then they'll get alerted and get suspicious and then come over and see what happens. So make sure when you do that kind of stuff, make sure they're far away or farther enough away so that way they won't hear you. The mix of linear and open world maps works well in this game. For the open areas, the freedom to approach objectives in different ways is a very nice touch to the game, and it keeps the exploration engaging because you don't have to keep going the same way to get to an area every single time. You can actually go a different way, or there's like so many different ways you can get to a building. Just like I was saying before about the outfits, say you have a guard outfit and you have to go back to a certain area that was heavily guarded in another mission. Now that you have that outfit, you can just walk through the front door, as before when you didn't have the outfit, you had to go through a window, or you had to go through a side door or a back door. So it, like I say, it keeps it engaging. It keeps me being able to just get to an area the way I want to get to it. And then they have at least like 3 different open areas that you can go to. There's like a town, a desert, and I think it's a swamp. And then in between you go into those areas, there's like linear areas that you go to that's like very mission heavy, mission tied. Yeah, there may be certain ways that you can go through certain doors to get around guards if you had to sneak past guards, but it's really going, you're just going one direction and one direction only. But the mix between the two is very nice, and I enjoy that about the game. Using street signs to fast travel saves time and makes navigating open world sections much smoother, especially once you've unlocked all key areas. And honestly, in any game, I just enjoy fast travel because it helps me just get from point A to point B without having wasting time walking. I didn't utilize it that much at first in like the town area, but once I got to the desert area is kind of big. So I'm just like, I need to fast travel more because I'm wasting a lot of time walking around. I can see if I'm collecting collectibles, but then when I'm just trying to get to a certain mission, using fast travel really helps out. So I enjoy that in this game a lot. And like I said, I enjoy any game that just has it. All right, so let's get into my dislikes for the game. Now when it comes to video games, we never want to have any bugs and glitches that we run into that hurts our experience, but I did run into a few glitches in this game. But there was one game-breaking bug that I ran into where it was on the third open world area. I forget how you say the name of the area, but we was in a temple. It was full of water. You had to avoid a snake, and you had to throw not throw mushrooms, you had to throw a spear at mushrooms in order to swing across gaps. But after a boss fight, I had to do it again, and the game refused to register my throws properly. I was sitting there for like 30 minutes throwing spears at it, and it just kept bouncing off and bouncing off and bouncing off. And I'm like, wait, how can I get past this? I'm throwing it correctly, but yet it's not sticking. And I tried restarting the checkpoint, it wouldn't work. I tried restarting the game, still had an issue. I had to look it up and found out a lot of people ran into this glitch or this bug, and it's crazy how this bug was still there a month later. But how I ended up fixing that was I had to change outfits. I had to change from my Indiana Jones outfit to the soldier outfit for it to work, and thankfully I had that outfit. But it sucks because if I didn't have that outfit, that could have stopped me from even completing the game entirely. So the fact that that bug is still there is the whole reason why it's on my dislikes, because like that's something that you don't want to run into, and that literally, like I said, it almost stopped me from completing the game. So I have to put this on my dislikes. Bro, why is it not letting me stick it? Like, what the fuck? Now I'm stuck on this part because it's like, won't let me continue. Okay, yeah, so this shit's glitched. People are saying this mission's glitched. I'm literally not the only person that got stuck. What? Wow, I guess this outfit did work. Somebody said they changed into the royal outfit and it worked. And I guess that did work for it, because that shit would not stick at all. They need to fix that, bro. Because what the fuck is that, yo? Like, seriously. What kind of, that literally is a game-breaking glitch. To where you can't progress. The hand-to-hand combat started off strong. It was fun. Being able to use your left and right hand to swing at people, hearing the sound when you punch somebody and knock them out, even when like someone's sitting on the chair and you punch them really hard and they fall to the chair. It was all very pleasing to hear and fun. But towards the end of the game, it got really repetitive. It lacked variety for me because it was just mostly punching 2 times then blocking, or punching 2 times then parrying. It wasn't much of anything else, and it made the combat feel stale.
Back away.
Look at that. Stop. What's up? Come on. Bitch, look at that.
Your horses. Not too savvy.
Wait, what the fuck is this? I can't throw it. What? Yo, he came over here throwing haymakers. What the hell? Where did you come from? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. There you go. Next. Your ass out of here. Next. Next. Having at least like an extra move, like a kick, being able to kick somebody would have been nice for me. Like, and I mean kicking while they're standing up. You can kind of kick someone when they're on the ground, but most of the time when you hit somebody and they fall and they get back up, you'll just punch them in the head again, and it'll either tank the hit and get fully back up, or they'll just completely get knocked out. And you don't even have to use your left and right hands. You can literally just keep spamming the right hand and they'll just knock them out. The AI do try to block at times. They don't really block all the time, but they do block at times. But once you start upgrading Indiana, you don't experience the combat as much on top of that too, because one right hook, one charged up right hook will just knock them out completely. So being able, like I said, being able to do a little bit more with the combat when it comes to like adding kicks in there that you can do would have been nice, because I know Indiana's not gonna do nothing crazy. It's like they're trying to stay grounded with the combat and all that, but like I said, people do kick people too, so having kicks in there would have been nice for me. Now this might be a personal thing and you may see it as a skill issue, but the Cold Will puzzles, oh my god, I hated those puzzles so much. Thankfully they only make you do one, but I did feel like that puzzle alone, and only that puzzle, was very unnecessary. Like any other puzzle I could figure out, but that one I could not figure that one out. And the hint that they give don't do much help either. I just wish they kind of did a better explanation in the hint of exactly what you're supposed to do with it or what you're supposed to look for, because when I tried it for like 20 minutes, so I got to that point I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna just look this up, because I'm not gonna spend all day trying to do this, and I never was able to figure it out the whole game with the other ones that I ran into. So I just like that one, for me, I just wish they did a better job of explaining how you're supposed to do it. Overall, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is a solid action adventure game that I thoroughly enjoyed. The story, gameplay mechanics, exploration, world design come together beautifully, despite a few hiccups like the bugs and glitches that I encountered and the repetitive combat. Honestly, if you're a fan of Indiana Jones or just a fan of action adventure games in general, this is worth checking out. Go ahead and pick it up, especially if you have Xbox or PC Game Pass. PlayStation players are going to get it soon, so if you have not played it yet on PC, or if you have an Xbox and you still haven't played it yet, hey, go ahead, pick up the game, man. It is definitely a good game. As far as what I would rate this game, I would give it a cool 8.7 out of 10. If it wasn't for the combat being the way it is, where it starts off cool at first and then it gets mad, stale, and repetitive later on, and that game-breaking bug that, like I said earlier, almost stopped me from even progressing through the game, it could have been way higher, but though both of those alone just bring the game score down for me. That is pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Our first review of the year. We're definitely going to be doing some more reviews throughout this whole year, so definitely be on the lookout for those. If you guys did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see any more videos from me, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.